We are going to do something that I had never done before.
It's lobster poutine.
Is it done? No, it's not done.
Just like, oh my, I turned around in the wrong time. Come on. Wow, 24 years you guys have been in business together?
Yeah, the SecureOps has been a wonderful partner and friend for a long time. Back in 2001, right after 9/11, we felt we needed to get into that space, and we brought SecureOps in.
Erik, we have somebody here.
Yay!
Oh, look who it is. The double.
Let's face it, people chase Scott and his team down as vendors a lot more than they chase down as SecureOps, right?
I'm very grateful because I don't think we'd be able to have the same skill set at SecureOps that we have without having the challenges that Scott and Motorola have thrown at us.
We have a special guest. We're back from the break and ready to do our lobster jam. We're gonna cook our lobsters in the jacuzzi. So Erik, it's all you. Ooh, look at it, it's getting crispy.
This is to Erik's standards.
All right, tell me how it tastes.
I think we need more salt. No?
Nope.
You're good?
It's really good. It's wonderful.
This is amazing.
Next level. Welcome to another episode of Cooking with CISOs. Today is a very special episode for a few reasons. We'll get into that shortly. But I have two amazing guests joining me today. I have the one and only Scott Shepard and the one and only Erik Montcalm. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The reason why I say this is a very special episode, one, is because you came all the way from Canada with cheese curds in your bag. First time for everything. Secondly, we are going to do something that I had never done before, which is cooking lobsters. And when we heard that this is the signature dish, what is the signature dish?
It's lobster poutine.
I was like, okay, I got to prep myself. Heart palpitations. We have multiple guests on the show today. We have us, and then Frank, Harold, and Jerry in the box over there who are going to go in the jacuzzi very shortly. So before we kick it off and start chopping, peeling, talking about the signature dish, how about you explain to me and our guests, who are you, what do you do, and why the hell do you do it? We'll start here on my right.
Sure. So, Scott Shepard. I lead the cybersecurity and IT infrastructure organization at Motorola Solutions. So on the cybersecurity side, it's everything from protecting the company, as well as a couple of years ago, I now start building in protection into the products. So we want to make sure that the products go out secured as well as inside the company. And in the infrastructure side of the house, everything from network, compute to engineering support.
I love that. Erik?
So I'm SVP of Cybersecurity Services for SecureOps. What that means, because we're a boutique MSSP, is kind of adapting our services and our offering for our very special customers like Scott.
Yeah, he's been adapting services for years for us.
So we will talk about that for years, and I love that. But we have a special relationship here. You are a repeat guest, which is exciting. We're going to talk about your experience, your first one and this one. I'd love to kind of unpack that as we go and
Sure.
and see your perception of being a guest on the show multiple times. But we're cooking a lobster poutine, as you mentioned. I will be the sous chef because I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. Erik, this is all you. You tell us what to do.
See, we'll start there. This is a lot of pressure. On my previous show, I was a sous.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I was just following orders. There's no pressure. Now, apparently, the success depends on me. So, this feels a little bit more like work, but I'm sure we'll be fine. So, you want to hear about what poutine is?
Guys, I want to hear about what poutine is, but like, isn't this cool that this is work? Like,
It is true. Compared to, running an incident or CISOs, I mean, this is...
we might run an incident.
This could lead to an incident.
All right, get us to work.
All right, so poutine, right? Background. It's a French-Canadian dish or a Quebecois dish, and it's very simple. So we won't have a lot of work to do. There is some precision because of the lobster, and we're making our own kind of homemade French fries. But really, at its base, poutine is French fries, gravy, and cheese curds. Now, cheese curds from Quebec, I think. Personally, I love them. They're special. Anywhere that has a large dairy presence, like in the American Midwest, Wisconsin, you can find fresh cheese curds. But it's important that they're fresh, which is why I brought them, because if you go to other places in the world, they're not necessarily fresh.
Yeah. And then you were adamant about like bringing these because like when I got the email, we're bringing cheese curds. I was like, this is damn weird. Like, I don't think I've like, I don't have to do much search for that. I just cheese curds in my email thread. It's like the one email that I
wanted to make sure I wasn't doing anything wrong at customs, right?
Yeah.
And we clear customs in Montreal. We pretty clear to go to the US. So I declared everything. I look at the guy. I'm like, I have cheese curds. He's like, how much? And I'm like, I don't know, 3-4 bags. And he just looked at me. He's like, you're cooking poutine for someone. I'm like, yes, sir. So the American border guard in the thing knew exactly what was going on. And he just signaled, give me a thumbs up. Carry on, sir.
Oh my God, the things we do for virality. Anyway, I love it. So we're getting started. Anything else?
Well, I mean, I just want to add that this is a variant on this. Normally, we don't add lobster to poutine, but Chuck Hughes was a relatively famous Montreal chef. He went on Iron Chef America a few years ago, and this is the dish that he used to beat Bobby Flay. I think it was like 15 years ago, maybe. I have to look it up. So this is his interpretation. We're not doing, brown gravy sauce. It's going to be based on the lobster bisque, and we're adding, lobster claw or lobster tail to it. So it's the high-end version of a local fast food.
Ready to go?
Yep.
Let's do this.
Not all MSSPs are built the same. SecureOps is different. Flexible, transparent, built around your tools with our expertise so you stay in control. For over 25 years, we've proven it. With long-term partnerships built on trust, performance, and accountability. You get full visibility across critical assets so nothing falls through the cracks. That's what real partnership looks like. It's time to modernize your SOC. Less alert noise, faster response, intelligent automation, clear visibility. SecureOps. Proactive security, resilient outcomes. Visit secureops.com to get started.
Welcome back in the Poutine with CISOs. Thank you for coming. I'm excited about lobster poutine, so here we go. Okay.
Oh, that's good.
We'll get started with chopping those.
Nice big one. You said.
So chop off the end, and then to help yourself, what you do is you can create a flat surface, like so you don't end up chopping your fingers off.
Well, that would be good.
That would be very good. Please do not. So you mentioned that the relationship with SecureOps and with you, Scott, has been lengthy, fruitful. What's the recipe for a good relationship with a partner? Because, 24 years you guys have been in business together.
What makes them a great partner is over the years, they were able to adapt and change as we either swap stuff out or added skills. So like today, we have a small team that, separate from the SOC work that they do, we have a small team that helps us with insider threats and other investigations and everything else. And that was a skill they didn't have back then.
Right.
And over the years, they would shift and adjust to whatever we needed. So they're way more than just a security operations team. They really are security experts in everything they do. So it's been a great relationship. And so I love it.
I really love hearing about that relationship. You and Erik know each other for quite a long time because, Erik, you've been... We have somebody here.
Yay!
Oh, look who it is. The devil. Well, Lauren's here. Scott is here now. I mean, this is incredible. We're just talking about how you two know each other for 24 years now, working together. Thanks for inducting us, by the way. I mean,
Not at all. What's going on here?
I would not have
Eric's class was.
He's working hard, but it's okay. That's how it works.
That's how it's always been. So that's probably the best way to typify the relationship between our two entities.
There you go.
We go back a long time, Scott and I, and Motorola Solutions with SecureOps. We first got to know them in 2000 and began in 2001 working with them. Boy, have they ever tested our metal in many ways. This guy in particular, it's what we call a tough customer. You know?
Oh my gosh.
Pretty sentimental here since we go back such a long ways. And, I'm just moved by the fact that the three of us are standing here. We have a long-term relationship and we've collaborated on so many different projects through the years, and we continue to. And we have, aside from the fact that, Motorola Solutions is a fantastic company, but some of the challenges that they've put in front of us, they've kind of always challenged us to continue to learn and to grow and to adapt to their needs. And just when we finished kind of building out one piece of security for them, they would say, well, thanks very much, we'll take it from here, and now we'll throw you into the next thing. As a matter of fact, the CISO at the time, years ago, Bill Bonney, used to say, SecureOps are my Marines. I throw them in the front, I make them secure the bridgehead, and then once they do that, I bring in my troops and move them onto something bloodier. So Scott has continued that tradition with us for many years. And they throw us into projects that are really fascinating. And, you know, in a lot of ways, I'm very grateful because I don't think we'd be able to have the same skill set at SecureOps that we have without having the challenges that Scott and Motorola has thrown at us. And I think also we wouldn't have been able to retain all the staff that we do because the interesting projects that they give us is really something that motivates our people to want to work on that stuff. It's really not routine.
It sounds like we're just talking generalities, but they'll often bring us a problem and even suggested technologies that we've never heard of. Let's face it, people chase Scott and his team down as vendors a lot more than they chase down a SecureOps, right?
You don't want to be a routine, right? You don't want it to be the same thing every day. And so when we have new challenges and new things to work through, I'll bring Loren and the team in and we'll have conversations that we want to go this direction. For example, we want to go secure AI today, right? It's the hottest thing that you've got to figure out how do you secure it, because that's the job. So we'll do projects with them on how you would tackle that, and they would do research and they come out and then they would develop the service. They'd sell us the service and then we would use it, and then they would start to send that to some of their other customers and everything else. So it's really much more of an experiment and build and grow together, and that's what keeps it exciting for their employees, right?
How have the three of you grown, matured, increased knowledge in your partnership? How has that developed over the time? Over 2 decades is a lot.
It sounds like we're just talking generalities, but they'll often bring us a problem and even suggested technologies that we've never heard of because they've heard about it. Because let's face it, people chase Scott and his team down as vendors a lot more than they chase down a SecureOps, right? So we end up with, trained staff, partnerships that we can expand to other customers. So it expands both our, not just like the technical depth of what we're able to do, but also how we solution things and how we see. We're lucky enough that they're very transparent with us. They go end to end. Like, this is our problem. This is what we're trying to fix. So it's not in a vacuum. Yeah. So now we have this complete transparent exposure to an enterprise issue when a desired outcome, and now we can help solution it. And like I think Scott said, it helps not only Motorola Solutions, but it's amazing for our staff and our offer to other customers.
Let's not forget some of their base things they do for us is important. So they do run all of our firewall infrastructure, and we have things of incidents to respond to. They're in it with us through the whole incident, through the management of it, and working through adjusting firewalls. I mean, firewalls today there are many vulnerabilities that come out, and they come out constantly against a lot of the systems, and they're in there patching weekends, all the off hours and the work like that, just to keep us up and working, and it's greatly appreciated from both people.
Yeah, we do the risk management on that as well, so we really become an embedded, virtual part of their team as a trusted party to not only evaluate all the risk, but also to ensure that there's kind of no holes between the two entities. So the demarcation line, which is always very fine, as Erik said, has to be transparent, because otherwise things will fall between the cracks. So we need to make sure that doesn't happen, And our technical relationship, I think Scott knows our CTO, Pat Etier, basically from day one, right? Because they've always, interchanged ideas. So that's also kind of kept everybody sharp and fresh. It's, Scott keeps Pat on his toes, Pat keeps Scott on his toes. So it's really, that kind of relationship is very special to us. I think it's the only one we have that is that long-standing and that deep technically and that exciting. And as I said, they're tough customers, right? They're not fooling around also. So price-wise, we ought to be effective, right?
How can you refuse coming cooking when you have such great partnership, right?
So we got the call 9/11 from Scott's boss, Bill Bonney at the time, who said, I don't care how ready you are, just throw the switch and get going. In 2001, we were laying what were kind of the first intrusion detection appliances which in those days were Snorth, and then I guess ISS were the guys. And we basically built our company, SOC, servicing Motorola's needs. And at the time, actually, a fellow wandered into our company in 2001 with a little backpack. He kind of came in and said, well, I know a few things about security. And I took one look at him. I said, good, because we got to build the SOC for Motorola. And you're in charge. And that's this guy right here, right? So, like, that's what I'm saying. We really go way back.
Sounds like a funny story, but it's the truth.
He kind of cornered him. He sequestered one of the rooms. We put a couple of servers up, and then I remember, like, he said, "I need some servers." We bought some equipment or whatever. Then I walked in one day. I said, "It's rather warm in here, don't you think? There's no ventilation or anything. It's just like a cupboard basically that he sequestered." And that was the beginning of our SOC. Actually, that was the first thing we did. So then, 2001 in 9/11. We got the call because we weren't quite ready. We had plans. We had already started to lay the infrastructure. We'd had a monitoring console or anything of that nature. We were really. It was garage type.
Well, how do you handle kind of that pressure of like you're in it, like fucking go, like it's same for you and same for you and you. Like,
It's kind of like the lobster.
well,
You've been in it for so long, you don't realize it.
you just kind of like.
So you're just like. So you're saying we're all being slow.
Well, maybe. There's a lot of pressure there, right?
Sink or swim.
So I got into it for the love of what I explained in the chase of it, but I guess I like that pressure and being in that situation, and so I've never shied away. Now, I fully credit management, Bill Bonney originally, other leaders that really have your back in this, because if you have leadership that backs you, then you can do anything, right? And there was never judgmental. We've had our share of issues over the years, but leadership is always there, helpful knowledge, giving you what you need. I mean, nothing better than a good break-in to get the money that you need to move forward as well. So it's that kind of thing that I really appreciate, and that's probably why I've been there so long.
For me, it's the interesting projects in between. It was just incidents. I mean, honestly, we'd all be burnt out by now. But we have this nice, hopefully healthy kind of life cycle of something breaks, we have a project to fix it, and there's an emergency first. Those in between projects, I think, keep most people that run security operations sane, because it's quite fun to install new technology, research things, do a POC. I think if you had someone just doing incidents in your organization for 10 years, you're probably doing something wrong. People in my opinion, need to rotate in and out and get to a healthy mix of emergencies and fun stuff. And it's hard to do because you usually have one or two people that are great at running these massive incidents, and you don't want to lose that skill set, but it's probably not fair to them to make a career out of it.
Yeah.
Or at least give them a break once in a while.
How do you handle pressure?
Try to mix it up with a glass of wine, some Coke, once in a while.
Do we need some wine by now? It's only 7:30 in the morning.
Who's here? I don't know.
Come on in.
Whoa, we have a special guest.
We're back from the break and ready to do our lobster jam. Let's go.
Is that a cousin of yours?
Oh, sorry, bro. It's lobster time. And we are going to do what I have been anticipating all week with the heart palpitations. We're gonna cook our lobsters in the jacuzzi. So, Erik, it's all you.
Are you sure you want to stick with this?
Is it done? No, it's not done.
Just like, oh my, I turned around in the wrong time. So the reason we do this is it's the most humane thing to do, correct? We very much respect our products.
You pierce here just before the last carapace, and it's like their brainstem, and then you slice through the brain.
And they go into the...
Yep. These are 1 pound, so they go for about 7 minutes.
Okay.
I mean, it's not a big deal if it's a bit longer, but they do get slightly rubbery if you leave them too long.
Oh, hey, Loren, welcome back.
I'm the official timer for the lobster.
Keeping us accountable.
We're at 2 minutes 30.
How much time do we have? Like,
Two more minutes for the lobster.
and then we have a strainer there, so we can put that in there, put the lobsters in there, and then do they need a rest? Do we need to decomod them?
You can give them officially. Normally people put it in an ice bath, but for what we're trying to do with them, it doesn't really matter. They'll just continue cooking for a while. That's
No ice bath? All right, we're taking the lobsters out, guys.
Here we go.
Excited.
Oh yeah. Look at that color. That's perfect.
Beautiful.
Wow. So normally, I mean, there are ways, like my dad will take me right now, there are ways to get all of the meat out of the lobster, but typically for this dish, what we want to do is claws and tail, and those come off kind of naturally. Then you need to dig into them with the tool, but normally
We'll do that after.
easy to get off the tail from these lobsters and then the claw.
Teamwork.
This guy.
Thank you.
There you are.
All right, tell me how it tastes. How's our lobster selection?
That was very good.
Yes?
Wow.
If that's any indication of SecureOps teamwork, I mean, well, you guys are in a good spot.
I'm very lucky.
Yeah.
Grateful for everything we do. Well, we got the 4 bowls already.
We got the 4 bowls already, so we're gonna do small bowls, just like kind of get it all, you know.
Yeah, these are going to be small poutines. Like, I mean, it is breakfast, so we're not going to attempt to build the large ones. In Montreal, you can get these, 2 or 3 kilo poutines. But no,
No.
when people share them, right? It's
Yeah.
it's a thing. You get these jumbo poutines.
We start with the outside firewall, and then you come your way in. And of course, there's malware protection on endpoints. And by then, the CIO's eyes roll over in the back of his head and everything else.
Assemblage.
How does it work?
All right.
Oh, here we go.
So I'm quite picky about the mix, so I like to put a little bit, and then a little bit, then a little bit more.
It has to be layered.
Layered, exactly.
All the way for chopping the stuff up, or
Yep. I would still try and keep the shape a little bit, maybe like chop the tails in half.
Let you.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, we're fine for now.
That's why they call him Fussy Erik. It's
You want to do this? Just layering the.
I could layer.
Okay.
Also, layer them both.
Yep, little of both.
As you're layering up there, I'd love for you to kind of give me a little bit of an understanding, like, how do we layer up things in secure? We always have the metaphor.
There we go.
Basic depth and all There comes the classic CISO answer. So we start with the outside firewall, and then you come your way in. And of course, there's malware protection on endpoints. And by then, the CIO's eyes roll over in the back of his head and everything else. And basically, layered is nothing more than extra safeguards because you know the bad guys are going to get through each safeguard. And so, just as in with this, with the poutine, is the layers create the flavor, but also it will protect us as a company.
Yeah.
So.
There you go. And then the hot on top. Is there a hot on top?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, you put that on?
Oh
No, but hot on top insight. Anything else? SecureOps?
Well, that would be a use of
hot on top.
our partners.
Yeah.
Our partners are the heat that makes it all happen. That's pretty good. So there you go.
I'm gonna let you do the honors. I'm not even gonna do it. You're gonna do the honors. I'm giving you the gravy. So
All the way.
show us how that works. Look at that, folks. Just
Are we gonna have to chef here, Erik? There he's ace.
And it smells amazing. Have you
yeah.
like seriously?
Seriously,
Well, butter, lobster. You can't go wrong.
not exactly a lightweight meal.
We definitely need a selfie of
We need a
this.
selfie.
So that's the best part.
Let's do a selfie for let's grab the dish. All right, everybody in and say poutine. Poutine. Lean in, everybody, and then say poutine.
Poutine.
And then SecureOps.
SecureOps.
And then Scott Rocks.
Scott Rocks.
What you need is a partner that just doesn't man a SOC and basic operations. You need somebody that's going to shift and adapt and change into the environment and help us grow.
All right, we're gonna taste now. I'm thrilled. I'm so excited. This is gonna be amazing. Fork for you.
There we go. Thank you.
Everybody get a fork.
So the idea, everybody should make sure that their bite has a chunk of cheese, a chunk of lobster, and
It's that chunk of lobster right there. That's a chunk of lobster.
There you go.
Fry, cheese. First time for me. I'm really excited.
it's pretty good. But I think you're right. I think we need more salt. No?
Nope.
You're good?
It's really good.
I get squeaky.
Yeah.
It's squeaky?
Yeah. It's they're getting to the end of their squeakiness, but you can tell they're still squeaky.
That gravy is insane.
That is good.
A lot of smuggled them across the border.
Yeah.
This is an insane dish. I'm taking this back home and I'm definitely going to make it again.
Whoa.
Before we wrap up, I do want to know, because I have some really heavy hitters with regards to security knowledge here, like what's the future of security operations? Like where do you guys see it going?
Yeah, so it's interesting because I think with the age of AI and now with recent notable attacks where they've used Anthropic and Claude to really scale up an attack on a company, we've got to scale up our operations. And so that shifts SecureOps in, again, another change for you, sir. But that shifts SecureOps in from kind of being there for the instant response to actually helping us build the agents. Because what I believe will happen like 2030, 2035, somewhere in that range, agents will be attacking us that are geared and delivered by the bad guys, and we will have agents defending us and doing the basics of the blocking and tackling and incident, and then queuing up the malware, identifying where the issues are, and then you turn over to human to make decisions. And so they'll be upskilling their game into that space to help us build those agents and then drive that. And then it's no different than anything else where you start to see in the physical world today with like drones attacking drones and one drone protecting the other drones. Well, now what we're going to do is have agents that do all the work for us. And it's kind of a crazy future. Right. That's where it's going with AI, and they'll be building those agents for us. So
Guaranteed building, or the whole human in the loop thing. The agents are going to report up certain things,
Right.
And then a human eventually is going to have to make decisions on agent utilization. And like, there's probably no future where humans aren't involved. But Scott's right. If we tried to stick to our guns and say, no, that's not our business model, we need humans, that's how we make money, I mean, we wouldn't have, our partners wouldn't consider us very valuable long term, right? So I think Scott's absolutely right. The question is it been 3 years or 10 years? But that's the future that's going to happen.
We're already talking about it at the company, so and so is Scott. So we kind of think we know what's coming, but the evolution, it still has a lot of definition in there. So we're going to try to just stay on top of it as best we can, and hopefully we'll always be ready. And it's worked for us so far. But there goes any plans for retirement for me. Stick around, and Scott and I are just going to have to do this.
we'll be here for a long time.
Well, I trust all of you to stay on top of it. I'm going to stay on top of this. This is insane. We're going to continue eating this. If you would love to join us on Cooking with CISOs, visit us at cookingwithcisos.com. And thank you very much to SecureOps and the team who came down from Canada, and to Scott for joining us on Cooking with CISOs. This has been another episode. Happy eating, everyone.
Happy eating.
Happy eating.
Eating.
Oh, give it up!